Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to the Swiss School of Violin Making. My name is Thibaut Jaberg. I am a third year student here at the school, and today I'm going to take you through the school for a little tour. But first of all, I want to mention a few things. First of all, the violin making school also offers tours through the school. Therefore, I now don't want to cause a huge amount of competition by offering you a full comprehensive tour through the school on YouTube for free. So for that reason, my tour is now going to be slightly less comprehensive, and also I am going to focus direct my videos at violin makers mainly, and perhaps also musicians who know a bit about violin making and already have like a basic understanding of violin making. So this means I am going to talk more about perhaps tools and machines and equipment, and less about the basics of violin making, because I am going to assume that you already know those basics. The second thing is, here at the violin making school we have a lovely exhibition and showroom where you can learn a lot about the basics and about the art of violin making in general, as well as there is a lot at our exhibition about the history of the violin and violin making here in Switzerland. So Switzerland has got a very rich history in violin making and violin trade as well. And the exhibition explains to you everything about this history. So if you're interested, the exhibition is open on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. And I will put links down in the description to everything that could be interesting for you. The third thing which I would like to mention is, as you can see and as you can hear, I am standing very far away from the camera, but still you have great sound thanks to the fact that I now have a wireless microphone which was gifted to me by Alex. Thank you very much again. So yeah, now I can have great audio in all my videos, no matter how far I stand away from the camera, which is good. So without further ado, we are going to go inside and I am going to take you on this tour. So this is going to be a completely unedited one-shot video. Simply because of the fact that I am a violin maker and not a video editor. So I want to keep the amount of work that making those videos gives me, if possible, to a minimum. And of course this is going to now have the benefit that for you it's going to be an even more realistic and real life experience to just walk through the violin making school with me. So yeah, here we are in the heart of the violin making school. This is the main workshop. So I'm going to give you a full little 180 degrees view of the workshop. So this is the place where we spend most of our times, we being the 11 students who currently are at the school here. So yeah, The whole apprenticeship is actually 4 years, 4 years course. And as I mentioned, I am currently in my 3rd year of the course. So in here we are really extremely well equipped. We've got all the tools we could possibly wish for. You can see a very big tool wall over there. We've got over here a very large cabinet full of tools. We've got drawers full of all the tools you could possibly wish for. Yeah, we've got very nice workbenches, those Swedish workbenches, which are really not too shabby. These workbenches are actually one of the reasons why I am now making this video, because one of my subscribers, I believe it was Thomas, actually mentioned those Swedish workbenches, and I don't know if Thomas is Swedish or if he just likes Swedish workbenches. And yeah, I recently spent a lot of time in a workshop that had about 4 clamps, and which worked surprisingly well if you start thinking outside the box. But here we work in a workshop which has probably 4,000 clamps if you count all the clamps in all the rooms together. So yeah, over here we've got a dedicated sharpening area. We've got our table here with the whetstones which we use. And we also use some of these Shapton stones. Other brands of stones are available. I'm actually myself, I must admit, not a huge fan of those stones. I find they tend to clog up a lot. You can probably tell this one is very dirty, and it probably has been cleaned by the last user, but it's just almost impossible to really keep them clean. And yeah, they tend to not give a very satisfactory feeling when sharpening, I find. But yeah, so as I said, we are extremely well equipped here, and each one of us has their own dedicated workspace where we have the space to store our tools. We also all have one of those drawer sets of drawers where we have even more tools. And over here we are, you might recognize the place. We are in my little corner of the workshop. This is my workspace, my workplace, where I work every day. And this is where I shoot my videos. You probably recognize the background. And yeah, I am currently here working on my viola. Let's make sure it adjusts the lighting, the exposure, because it's a bit darker over here in my corner. So yeah, I've got my little viola, which I showed you in the last video. I now assembled the corpus, glued it shut, and my next job is working on the scroll. And for working on the scroll, we've got some really beautiful tools, which I really like a lot. These are these gouges by Hans Karlsson. They are like a small company in Sweden, that make these extremely beautiful tools, like hand forged basically, and yeah, they're just so much fun to use. And these tools are part of a fairly large set of tools which we buy ourselves at the beginning of the apprenticeship. So we basically buy a set of about 2,000 Swiss francs worth of tools for basically to start out, and it includes those gouges as well as a lot of those tools here in my drawers, like files and measuring, marking tools, things like thickness measure and so on. And yeah, of course, in my drawers now I also have loads of tools that that sort of I bought subsequently and sort of added to my collection. We also have tools which we make ourselves, for example these knives. We actually buy the blanks, which are already sort of shaped and hardened to roughly the right shape, but we sort of grind the final bevel to sort of the exact right shape so that it suits our needs, and we make the handle ourselves. So I absolutely love those tools. I love the look of my knives. And then we have like this set of those 3 knives, like the very pointy one for bridge cutouts, the sort of intermediate one which is great for outlines and carving necks and so on, and then the more heavy duty one for sort of the all-round work. Another tool which we also make ourselves is this plane, which is like sort of round plane, which is great for roughing out archings. It's very fast for roughing out arching shapes. And one other nice tool which we make ourselves is this purfling cutter, which we actually make ourselves completely from scratch. This is like a special model which the school has designed like over the years, and it's super useful, I find, to use this purfling cutter. Yeah, and that's also something which we make in our first year of studies here. So yeah, this is the main workshop, and that's my little space here, which you know from my videos. So we are gonna go on to the next room, which is going to be the upper workshop. So I am now going to start to speed up the tour a little bit, because I can't let this video get too long. For one, because as I mentioned, I don't want to cause a huge amount of competition, but also because I actually don't have so much memory space on my phone to have very long videos, so I prefer to keep videos a bit shorter because they're just so much more easier to manage. So here is the upper workshop, and this is mainly used for restoration classes. So we have 6 weeks during the 4-year course, which is dedicated to restoring instruments. So yeah, we learn all the basics of violin restoration. Things like, for example, here, doing a soundpost patch and cleats as like part of crack repair. And we even actually learn the basics of using a CNC machine in the context of violin restoration. And over here we have our UV cupboards. I'm actually now opening the doors, but I've got my eyes closed. So I hope that I'm pointing the camera in the right direction, because I can't see anything, as obviously it is not the best idea to look into UV light, even though this is only UVA and UVB, so this is not like the worst type of the very aggressive UVC. We don't have any of that, but it's still better not to look into it. And then over here we have our varnishing room, which is very, very nice to have like a dedicated space for varnishing instruments, away from the dust of the main workshop. So yeah, that is the varnishing room. And then we're going to go back through the upper workshop. Oh, one thing which I absolutely have to show you, the best thing about the upper workshop is the view. Quickly gonna have to make sure it focuses out the window. And I mean, how about this for a view out of the office window? It's just probably about the most incredible view you could wish for. I mean, there is a waterfall in there. Like, how many of you just everybody who has a waterfall out of their office window, please leave a comment down below. I'm not sure if it's gonna be so many of you who see a waterfall from their window. Ah, now it focuses perfectly. I mean, that's an actual waterfall. It's very beautiful. It's not wanting to focus very well. Anyway, yeah, like this it focuses nicely. Anyway, let's not waste time on a waterfall. We're gonna have a very quick little peek at a very interesting room in the workshop, which is, let's put the lights on, the wood storage room. So I think we have enough wood for a few years. Over here we've got quite a gigantic storage of wood, which is absolutely amazing to be able to come here every time you start a new instrument and you just have everything to choose from almost. I mean, these are like huge boards over there, or like sections of tree trunks, like very big and very heavily flamed. Very beautiful stuff. So yeah, this is the wood storage space. Now we are going downstairs into our next and final room of our tour, and this is the machine room. So let's have a little very quick tour of the machines which we have. We have the CNC machine, which I mentioned before, upstairs. We have the metal lathe, which is the one we use to make our purfling cutter, which I showed in the workshop. We have a planing machine, which is like a jointer planing machine, as well as a thickness planing machine if you flip open the top part. We have a drill press, pillar drill. We have a wood lathe. We have a thickness sander. We've got the dust extraction over there, a scroll saw. Currently missing, you can see the spot marked on the floor where it's supposed to be, is our large circular saw. It's currently being used next door in the school for wood carving. We have a large disc sander. We have a bobbin sander, a small disc sander. We have a small circular saw. We have a large bandsaw, which is very nice and big and very accurate. You can just beautifully saw up like timber just to do those first few cuts, but it makes life so much easier. And we have our fantastic small bandsaw, which is just so incredibly accurate. You can make crazy nice things with this, and it's just super useful for cutting out violin outlines as well as cello outlines, thanks to the fact that it's got 3 wheels, like 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top, and that gives you like a lot of space in between so that you can fit a cello through there. So yeah, that is our machine room. We are now going to go back into the workshop, and that's actually going to be the end of the video actually. So I'm going to go over to my little spot again, and I'm gonna set up the camera as I usually do for one last little goodbye shot. So yeah, I hope you liked this tour through the violin making workshop, through the whole school in fact. And yeah, as I said, it's not a huge comprehensive video because I don't want to make too much competition for the tours which are offered by the school. But if you are interested in visiting the school next time you're on holiday in Switzerland, I mean, Brienz is a lovely, extremely beautiful place, as you could see from the shots out the window. So it's worth coming to Brienz for a visit, and then come and visit us here at the school. Yeah, all the links are in the description on how you can contact us. And yes, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Take care everybody, and goodbye.